If there was one thing, just one thing, that I did to become an astrologer or thought to become an astrologer, what was it? Let's find out. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Louisa from Feel Good Astrology, helping you to learn basic astrology online in such a way that you can use it to create your life and make astrology work for you. So, anyway, I asked you the question, what was it? What was this one thing that happened or occurred to make me into an astrologer or make me want to become an astrologer? Well, the answer to that is absolutely simple. I guess it's my curiosity. I am absolutely really curious about what makes me tick, what occurs in my world, and how other people think. I'm absolutely so curious, and so um, I I looked at lots of different ways of understanding people and understanding myself, and astrology was one of them. And I started this obsession when I was really young, like started asking questions around the age of 5, and then by the time I was 10, I was reading compendiums and just went on from there. So I've been at this pretty much my whole life, and I'm now 46. So it's a long time. But what I've learned again and again and again is that astrology works. And so this is the thing that has brought me back to astrology every single time. And I've had times when I've fallen out with it, a bit like breaking up with astrology. I've broken up with astrology several times when I've been through things in my life that I've not understood and couldn't find the reasons for. And the funny thing is, astrology always explained to me why it happened. I just wasn't ready to hear it. But anyway, astrology works. That's what's brought me here. Because what I like about it is it's absolutely practical. I mean, I really can't stand those things. There's these ways of thinking, but they don't help you in any way. And the thing I love about astrology, and will probably always love about astrology, is once you've learned how to decode astrology, because it's like a language. Once you've learned how to decode it, you can start to write with it. You can start to see what's coming up for you. And in doing that, it's like you can build a roadmap. It's like you can see where you're heading, or what's likely to happen. And then you can think about all the wonderful things you want to put onto your little timeline in the future, buying a house here and starting a business there and et cetera, going on a great holiday. And you can see when it's more likely to happen and when it's less likely to happen. You can also see where there are times coming up where certain influences are likely to come in, and you can get prepared for them. A bit like having an advanced storm weather warning. It helps, right? Like if you heard there was going to be a hurricane, and I've been caught in a hurricane before on a campsite, which is a pretty scary thing. But having a warning before something like that happens allows you to get prepared, and it allows you to get safe, and it allows you to be in a place of choice. And this is what I see happening with astrology. So I guess this is a bit of a commitment. It's a free one. This course is entirely free, and you can pick it up and put it down at your will. But I don't want to waste your time. So the best thing to do is just answer these 4 questions and see what comes up for you. Because if you answer yes to them, then it's a really clear indication that astrology could really vibe with you and could be something that feels really good. So the first question is, do you want to understand yourself and your potentials better? And possibly even learn something that you didn't quite know about yourself, but it could almost be like the key to unlocking things for you. Would that be of interest? Then the next thing, would you like to know more about the people that you love or like or even dislike? Would you like to know more about their key motivations and how you can get on better with them? Next question. Would you like to be able to decode your past and see what was going on at the times when bad stuff was happening? What was going on at the times when good stuff was happening? And would you like to understand how that led up and how it resolved? Would you like to understand that a bit better? And the last question is, would you like to be able to create your life, see what's coming and start to work with the planetary energy rather than against it. Now, if you've answered yes to all of those, then absolutely you should totally spend um, a little bit of time. It's not that much time in this course, but this course is basically about 5 or 6 core lessons, and they're not arduous. They're very step by step. Each course builds, sorry, each session builds from the last, and it's all in a very sort of practical way. And I think you could probably do it like one night a week for 5 days or 6 days. You could do it in a weekend. It's not a great time investment, but I'm pretty sure that if you answered yes to all of that, you'll come out at the end of this and think, wow, okay, I've got the tools now to be able to understand myself a little bit better, and to then apply them. And I'd be really keen to know what it is that's even brought you to this video in the first place. I'd love to know what motivates you. What would you answer yes to? Because there might be something completely new that I hadn't even occurred to me. But that's my astrology curiosity head on. So here's how I'm going to do it. I want to teach you astrology in the way that I would have loved to have learned astrology myself. So, for instance, when I was learning, it was all sort of paper and books and sending off assignments and having them sent back to me. And it wasn't online, because it predated that. Um, I'm sad to say. But it was also based around different characters that the school that I was studying with had provided. All I'm doing here, and this isn't an official qualification, but what I'm doing here is encouraging you to set up your own birth chart, and then through the lessons, apply the learning to your birth chart. Now, with this course, I've provided an ebook, which is approximately 100 pages. And the ebook tells you about all the different star signs, the different houses, the planets, the aspects, and how they all interact together. It's a bit like a dictionary, like a 101 of astrology. Um, and then there's a workbook, and they're organized in the same basic chapters. The videos follow the same basic chapters. And once you've seen a video and you've also read the chapter, what you'll probably find is if you do the workbook, there's there's an exercise in it that will help you dig deeper into your own chart. And I even give a demonstration of how I do this myself so that you can see me thinking it through. The idea is you'll learn to think like an astrologer. And of course, once you start to learn to think like an astrologer, you'll be making your way towards becoming an astrologer or an amateur astrologer. It'll become a hobby. So that's how I want to do it. I've created a chart for a mystery character, because I could do it on my own chart, but I know that one and I don't want to bore you with my own chart. Um, and I don't want to use a client's because that would be improper. So I've created a mystery chart. This is Evelyn Thomas's chart. If she does exist out there with this actual time, place, and date of birth, I'll be so shocked. But I've created a fictitious chart. I have no idea I don't know anyone born at this time, place, and date. So I'm going to indulge in this one and take you through the journey of Evelyn Thomas as we go through this course. So I hope it's useful. If you haven't already downloaded the ebook or the workbook, then just follow the link below, and you can download those and use them to scribble over or whatever takes your fancy. But yeah, I think I'd like to just thank you for um, being interested in astrology. It's something that's really coming into fashion now, I would say. It's getting very popular, and it's really fast and furious. It's a great place to be. I will say, once you've got these key basic skills in place, you can learn anything about astrology really easily because the astrology community are fantastic. They love sharing their research, what they've learned through their clients, obviously not naming them, but there's so much of a wealth of information out there that a quick little search on the internet will bring up pretty much what you want. If you are asking, what happens when the moon returns to this place, hit enter, there's your answer. It's that simple. So this is all going to set you up to give you a bit more independence, and choice when it comes to astrology. So anyway, I've taken up enough of your time, but I'd love to see you in the next session. And if you've got any comments about how excited you are or what you're hoping to learn, please do share them, because this will help me. Once I've recorded this course, and once you've done this course, you'll find that there's a lot more learning out there for you. I've put together a series of different standalone lessons or workshops, so you can learn sort of specific things. For instance, how to find your perfect wedding date, how to know when to date, how to find your perfect partner, how to find your perfect career plan, and all those kinds of things. So these are all standalone modules that you can also do. So it all pins in, it's all held together by what's here in the practical astrology course. So I hope you find it easy. If you've got any questions at all, you can always reach out to me. It's Louisa@feelgoodastrology.com. Anyway, I'm going to leave you now. Thanks for joining me. See you in the next one. Bye for now.